Folks, today I would like to talk to you about various kinds of ignorances, false ideas, non-truth, non-knowledge, whatever you want to call it, the humanity has, and because of that, it is suffering. I want to clearly talk about them. It is independent of any land, any religion, any country, any kind of race. Everyone almost has ignorance, non-knowledge, non-truth, all preached by ignorant people of various religions. Let me start from the beginning. It has been said in Kalki Purana or somewhere, Vishnu will incarnate as the 10th avatar and is the last avatar. Afterwards, there will be a pralaya, that means there will be a total destruction. Does anybody, including those people who have written this Vishnu Purana, has seen what Vishnu means in the kingdom of God? All that they know is what their Puranas say, and which was written by ignorant people. They all saw in through their third eye various gods like Shiva, Vishnu, Brahma, so on. Same thing with the other religions too. I'm coming to talk about that in this video. It is extremely important that you understand this video. I am not an ordinary fellow who has Rudraksha, garland, and Vibhuti Patta, Vibhuti here, Kumkum, Chandan, all those things, beard, white robe, or whatever robe you have, and preach all kinds of junk. Let me talk about that. Does anybody know what it means to say Vishnu in the kingdom of God? All that they know is he is a protector. He is the center in the Trimurti. Vishnu, Shiva, Brahma on the other side. They don't worship Brahma, junky people. The Purana says it's because Brahma is the white light. It is said in the Puranas that he married, he had an intercourse, junk knowledge with his own daughter, that is Vak, that is Saraswati. That's why Shiva went and destroyed one of his heads. All these things are there in Puranas. Go and see, all junk knowledge. Vishnu is the protector, but in what sense? It is the golden light, the love principle, the universal love, which is supposed to unite the creation together. That's what Vishnu is supposed to represent. Vishnu in the kingdom of God is golden light. Shiva in the kingdom of God is red light, the divine Jyoti. And Brahma is the white light. And these three things, interestingly, ideas are there in Christianity also. They say that one God became three persons. That's all they can imagine, persons. Just like Vishnu is imagined as a person. This Vishnu is going to come and incarnate. He is portrayed as a North Indian. So your God is a North Indian? with the blue body. He is going to come in a white horse with an open sword, and that too after, not now. Some people say that it's going. Kalki avatar Kali Yuga is going to be over. Kalki is about to incarnate at any time. But on the other hand, some of the Purana readers say there are about 43 lakh years. So if Vishnu comes after 43 lakh years with this sword, open sword, with one white horse, people in this world, and it is said that he will conquer everybody. These people here, they will shoot him down in no time if he comes on a horse, white horse. They're all symbols. White horse means white light, which represents the wisdom. The sword is going to get destroyed with this open sword, means his words will be destroying the ignorance of people. All those who are not willing to let go their ignorance, non-knowledge, wrong knowledge, they'll be destroyed by his very word. That's what it means. He's not going to come on a horseback. It's also said that he'll be born, he's already there in Shambhala village. And they say it is somewhere in the North India, Nepal, or they even have created a new town called Shambhala or whatever. And it is said that it's a mystic place where there is eternal peace. Fools, are there any places? Is there any place in the world which has eternal peace forever? Absolutely nothing. Everybody knows that. It's impossible. Yes. That's why it's called a mystic town. Where is that mystic town? Has anybody found out that? I told that the one without the second, just like you have a deep sleep, there is something, undefined energy. You cannot even call that as undefined energy. It is not even energy. It is undefined, indescribable. That becomes two. How does it become two? When you get up in the morning from deep sleep, you dream. There is a dreamer and the dream. How come the one who is sleeping without any personality, the deep sleep, suddenly becomes two? It is exactly the same way. The one without the second, and that is the only one, becomes two. And the observer and the observed. Observer, somehow, Hindu mythology, they represent that as a man. That's why it is represented, Shiva is represented by a lingam, the sexual organ of man. And the energy around is the dark, total darkness, eternal darkness. And that is Shakti, that is the energy, that is the observed. And that's what represented in Hindu mythology by a sexual organ of a woman. For these symbols, Hindu gods are ridiculed by Christians and other religious people. sexy gods. Of course, it is sexy. Because you have a wife for your god Shiva, you have a wife for even multiple wives for Vishnu, and you have another wife for Brahma, just like you. They also fight in the kingdom of God. Just like Christians think that Jesus has gone up to the heaven, to the kingdom of God, to create mansions for Christians, believing Christians. These are all human mind, thinking, imagining about God. They say on the one hand, God is beyond mind, but at the same time, they think using their mind. The third eye, it's again the sixth chakra. It's nothing but the mind chakra. That can, if it is open fully, and if you meditate, you will see all the things in the Akashic record, which means all the people who have left, who died, who lived and died, they leave their mind there. That's what they see. But kingdom of God is beyond that. As I said, kingdom of God is beyond that. There is extreme rotation, spinning, tremendous spinning, as I said in my spiritual experience. I said that in one of the videos which I called, I think, my credentials as a communicator of divine knowledge. I'll give a link to that video. You go and watch. All these things I've experienced. In the, what is how ignorance and non-knowledge, false ideas are represented are symbolically represented in the spiritual experience by a serpent, by a nog. So there is Shiva with one nog, one snake around his neck. Immediately is called Nageshwaran, Nageshwar. And there is a Nagaloka, just like human world. There is a universe of Nag, snakes, and he is the king. Fools. All those people are fools. And what is interesting is all those people who are wearing the Rudraksha with the pattai, with the vibhuti, without knowing what it is. They are teaching this. And also, Shiva is sometimes, linga is represented, there are 3 snakes on top of the linga. What it means? Because the one which is in the dark, the one eye principle, which is in the dark, becomes 3 eyes, not EYES. 3 eye principle in red light, golden light, white light. 1 becomes 3. And after that those 3 in the 3 divine lights, they forget who were they before they enter the 3 divine lights. Just like you, after entering the human body, in the human mind, you forgot who you are. As I said in one of my unconditional love, self-realization, unconditional love video, each child is born without any ignorance. And then, on top of that child, you dump all your ignorance that you learned and you have, and then make that child, totally ignorant, like you, with all kinds of divisions. In the same way, that one in the dark, in the darkness becomes three, and that is exactly what is represented by the symbol of one. I don't know what you call that in English. He has something holding. The shoe has, he holds one thing, and what he holds is there is a kind of iron stuff stick, and at the top there are three things. That those three means those three divine lights. The bottom one is one, and one becomes three. That's what it means. After becoming the three divine lights, it has the ignorance, non-understanding, non-knowledge. It forgets who it is, who it was before the creation of those three divine lights. That is what is represented by the three snakes. The same way, as I talked to you, there are 5 snakes. All these things, and the reason why I'm able to describe this so vividly, because I experienced all these things after opening of the something called here. I called that Turiya state, thinking that is the 4th state. There is beyond that nothing. But people have created Turiya, Titta, Turiya, Atha, Turiya, Mitta, all kinds of junk within their own mind. If this happens, your mind will be destroyed. Your human mind will be totally destroyed. Only then you can enter the divine mind. That gate will only open. Is anybody's mind has been destroyed totally? Except me? I will talk about that in a minute. The difference between mind and the brain. I'll talk about it soon. Those 5 snakes I became by merging with the golden light. I talked about that in my spiritual experience. Those 5, again, there are 5 ganas, or 5 principles of ignorance. That's why sometimes you see over linga, you have 5 snakes. Also, you have 5 snakes, snake bed. Vishnu is lying down. Those are 5 ignorances, 5 illusions. Those 5 snakes, 5 instruments create ignorance, illusion, non-existent things. Recently, scientists and philosophers started thinking that what you see through your 5 senses and your mind is not real. They started talking about it. They realized it. They call it it's an illusion. I said that very clearly a long time back when in 2018, my first video. However much a scientist tries to find out what is behind all this prapancham, this big universe, they can never find. There will be always something which will be unknown. Underlying this is that eternal darkness. On top of the eternal darkness is the red light, hiding or behind all the things, material things that you can see. That's what I said. And sometimes Shiva is represented, over Shiva or over Vishnu, there are 7 snakes. What does that mean? All those 7 chakras. That means unless you go beyond all those 7 chakras, above that, unless you reach that frequency of existence, scientists may call that as a 4th dimension. Unless you reach that, you are not aware of the reality, the kingdom of God. That's what it means. There are seven chakras, 7 snakes. Foolishly, people are trying to create power using these 7 chakras and display that as Ashtamaha Shaktis, power, divine power. They're all power of ignorance, illusions. That's why that's the meaning of all the nagas over the top of on the top of the linga, which is Shiva, the observer, the one who observes. You, in your mind, is Shiva with a lot of ignorance. And the child, newborn child, is less ignorant. Its ignorance didn't manifest yet. It is divine. But in our religion, what you have found out? Everyone has found their own God. Vishnu is different. In Hindu religion, Vishnu is different. Shiva is different. Brahma is different. And corresponding those 3 men, there are 3 wives and daughters. Not daughters. Shiva has 2 sons. One is Kartikeya, another one is Vinayaka with the trunk, elephant trunk. They are all symbols. The 4 hands and the trunk represents 5 ganas. That's what it means. In the Muslim religion, they said there is one Allah, unknown. There is only one God. But there are angels. And then the angel told Prophet Muhammad that you go and spread the knowledge. Islam. Create the Islam. Create the kingdom of Islam. And they have strict way of worshipping. They are saying, I am God's slave. It's a nonsense. You are divine. How can you, if you are a slave, when are you going to become part of God? There is one God beyond Allah, beyond all the things that mentioned by words. They are all words, names. They don't know what those names mean in the kingdom of God. Yahweh, you Jewish God. Cyrus is the one who is going to come and build the 3rd temple. They say that it's already here. Mr. Trump, Donald J. Trump, with all his playboy way of life, they are thinking, so some of the Christian Jewish people are thinking, he is divine sent, God sent, he's going to rule the world. He is a Cyrus, which is equivalent to Kalki. Can you imagine? And wherever they go, Muslims go, they are being rejected. You know reason why? They don't mingle with the other people. They have their strict law of marriage, 4 wives, any number of children. No, they stick to worship method. They don't integrate. They have a hijab and all those dress codes. When they had a problem in Afghanistan, Syria and all, European countries accepted them as migrants. You know what had happened? Now, Scandinavian countries, Denmark, Sweden, they are all rejecting. They are rejecting the multiculturalism. Because of this, these people are so strong in the way of worship, in the way of life. Allah has given them a law and they will only obey that. They will not heal to they will impose those laws moment they become powerful, and they did that exactly in Britain recently. What is that? Shaya marriage law or whatever. They have a problem in Germany, not Germany, France, with their hijab, with their dress code. And also they had a problem in India too. Hindus are not less ignorant. They are more ignorant. They built a 55 feet Hanuman temple, Hanuman statue in Canada. What do you gain by building a tall statue? You are saying that my God is taller than everybody's God? Is that what it means? What are you trying to prove by creating a tall Hanuman? You know what, the whole Rama story is a mythology. Is not true. Do you know that? I can tell you very clearly. Rama story, there are all those names, Dasarath, Ayodhya, all those Rama, all those are Sanskrit names. But they say, Valmiki says, that they lived many million years back, several million years back. Sanskrit came to the world only about 4,000 years maximum back. How is it possible? People lived 1 million, several million years back, had names of Sanskrit names. How they built a town in Ayodhya? They named the Sanskrit name? Same way. Vyasa, another gentleman, Rishi, created a very powerful character called Krishna. In North India, that's what they worship. Hanuman is just is an army chief of Rama. So he built a 55 feet statue to prove what? You are proving your ignorance. You say that Hanuman had the power Ashtama Shaktis, 8 magical powers. Is there any? Not even the person who defined Ashtama Shakti, who defined it, has not realized it. And he says only Hanuman had that, not even Rama. But Hanuman is merely a mythological character, seen through his third eye by Valmiki. By all these gods that you have created. Christianity also created same thing. The chapter called Revelation in the New Testament, full of junk. They are saying that Jesus Christ will come from the heaven. All the trumpets will be blowing, the angels will be coming, and he will be coming in the same body as which he left. And what body is that? That even not known clearly. How will they identify this? So folks, forget about all this ignorance. Throw away all your divisions. Throw away all your ignorances, non-knowledge, strong knowledges about you, about the world, about your God. There is one God. There is one undivided energy which has become all this by using various instruments. Just like you have your body with six kinds of instruments, five senses plus mind, they're all creating forms, energy forms. That's all to it. There is no real God, human God sitting there. It's all energy forms. I'll talk about about that in a different video. But drop all this junk knowledge. Wake up. Otherwise, you are going to be all destroyed. By who? By yourself. One will fight with each other and destroy the whole humanity. Talk to your own folks, and if you have any question, comment. I'll respond.